Hello. I wanted to just give a little personal view and review of Tianjin United Family Hospital. We have decided to go to use that hospital just mainly because out of convenience. We live very, very close. I can walk to the hospital, and that's a huge factor. And then it's also nice that it's Western style. They do have some English doctors or doctors that can speak some English, and then nurses who speak English. Although my husband and I have given birth in Chinese hospitals where they don't speak English, and I mean, saying that I feel like we could do Chinese, but hey, if we don't have to, it's always nice to do it in your mother tongue, right? I don't know. Especially in intense situations like giving birth. But Tianjin United is a Western style hospital, and but it's still, although it gives you a Western feel, it still has a lot of Chinese practices in it. The doctors are all Chinese. At this time in 2018, there's one American doctor, and he is a general practice doctor, and but all the other doctors that they have there are Chinese, and so they they've practiced like Chinese, although they are exposed to some Western Western style, Western practices. The one doctor that I'm seeing is very familiar with American standards and practices. I have to get a ROGAM shot, and she knows and is studied up on the requirements both in America and the UK, the practices of giving the ROGAM shot. So that's nice. They bill like a Western hospital, and they accept insurance, and they direct bill to insurance. It's costly. It's very costly to go to a United Family Hospital. So that is a downside to going, but it's very clean and bright. The rooms are beautiful, and they have the technology is good. It's doing tests is very contained, versus the Chinese hospital is much different, where you're responsible for a lot of your own things. This like when you do your urine test, they have a place that there's a private bathroom, and they give you your little cup that you pee in, and then you put it in a box right there. You don't have to like walk around all over the hospital and use the squatties, and then take the pee in this little tiny cup that's gonna spill. And so it's much nicer and cleaner, and so that's a perk. I am disappointed in some areas. The price is very high, and so with paying such a high price, I feel that they should have a lot more things. Like one, they offer a prenatal delivery package, and but the contract is all in Chinese, and I feel for the price, well, one, it's set up as a Western hospital, so they're going to be drawing people other than those that speak Chinese, and I think it's really important when you're signing a buying a package and signing a contract, that you should be able to read it and understand it in your own language. So that is I find disappointment. I also feel that the communication is not clear. The hospital runs like a Western hospital where you're not in charge of your own records. They hold it for you, and then everything is computerized. So you check in, and then they, like when you have a test, like I went in and got an ultrasound, the test results from the technician is right up online, and then when I go to see the doctor, she can look at it and explain, okay, this is what they saw, and so that's really good. But I just find that it's also very unclear. I've been there a few times, and I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to check in at the front desk when I walk in, or do I just go right into the OB clinic and check in there. And then once I'm there, they don't really explain to me, okay, well, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then, I just kind of like sit there and wait, and then someone from another room, oh, you're having an ultrasound today, so come back here. And then I go up to the front desk and like, oh, the OB desk, and they're like, oh, you haven't weighed in yet, so you need to go over to the nurse's station. And then I'm never clear as when it's okay to leave. I'm like, am I done? And then they're like, oh no, or yeah, you're done, you can leave, whatever. So I think they're lacking in that area, the communications. But my husband and I are quite easygoing, and we have been in China for many years and experienced Chinese hospitals, and so I'm fine with it. And I can just, go with the flow. But it is something I feel like for the price that they are charging, I feel like they could communicate a little bit better. But I do understand there is, although most of the nurses do speak English, I think that's probably part of it. Is just that language barrier that causes a little bit of communication or miscommunication. So, anyways, I haven't given birth there, but so far that's my review of Tianjin United Family. So we look forward to sharing our experience with you.